Gary Namie, The Bully at Work, What You Can Do to Stop the Hurt and Reclaim Your Dignity on the Job. In the summary of The Bully at Work by Gary Namie, readers can anticipate insights into identifying and dealing with different types of bullies in the workplace. The summary delves into recognizing the tactics of the constant critic, the two-headed snake, the gatekeeper, and the screaming Namie, among others. Moreover, readers will learn strategies for confronting bullies and navigating the emotional roller coaster that comes with being a target of workplace bullying. Throughout the summary, Namie asserts the importance of reclaiming one's dignity and rising above the challenges posed by workplace bullies.
Recognizing and responding to workplace bullies. The book highlights how bullies can come in varying forms and tactics in the workplace. It is essential to be aware of these tactics and know how to respond to them. Some bullies stick to one style, while others can vary their tactics depending on their mood. The key is to recognize each tactic and respond appropriately. The book empowers readers to deal with bullies at work by providing them with the tools to recognize and tackle bullying behavior effectively. Dealing with a constant critic. This book excerpt explains the characteristics of a constant critic, who uses put-downs, insults, and name-calling to destroy a target's self-confidence. The bully uses memos and emails to bury targets in correspondence and roasts personal aspects of a target's life that aren't related to job performance. To deal with such individuals, use humor and repeat words like, "thank goodness," silently to retain control and dignity. Alternatively, seek a second opinion to assess the accuracy of their comments. The author suggests sacrificing health and sanity for a paycheck doesn't add up, indicating the importance of dealing efficiently with such bullies. Beware of workplace bullies. Workplace bullies come in various forms, including the backstabber, Jekyll and Hyde, and no problem, don't bother, snake. These passive-aggressive individuals pretend to be friendly but undermine their victim's success. The author emphasizes that good employers will eliminate bullies, while bad employers promote them. To address the issue without facing the bully alone, the author suggests brainstorming with fellow targets. Ultimately, this highlights the importance of recognizing and responding to workplace bullying to create a healthy and productive work environment. Confronting workplace gatekeepers. Workplace gatekeepers control resources and bully targets by cutting them out of the communication loop and making it hard for them to file complaints. To confront a gatekeeper, arrange a one-to-one meeting, express your concerns calmly and directly, and avoid making them feel defensive. If this doesn't work, ask a colleague to initiate the conversation. Author and anti-bullying expert, Namie, stresses the need to address bullying as a daily occurrence affecting many people in the workplace. Taming the screaming Namie. Discover the scarcity of stereotypical bullies as this book's summary explores the characteristics of a screaming Namie. The screaming Namie is overbearing, insensitive and uncontrollable, often screaming and throwing tantrums. If you're unfortunate to be a target, combating the bully can be challenging. Instead of reacting to their outbursts, use a silent mantra to deflect their anger and build your strength. Alternatively, find their vulnerable spot, focus your attention on their funniest physical feature, and never take the bully seriously again. This summary suggests not being confrontational with bullies unless you're bully-proof yourself. Fighting workplace bullies. Learn how to seek justice when dealing with workplace bullies without resorting to legal action by following these 8 informal steps. Seek support from family and friends, see a medical practitioner, collect witness statements, confront the bully, file an internal complaint, prepare your case, hold a Rule of 2 meeting and take your case public if necessary. Are you being bullied at work? It's a distressing situation that can leave you feeling helpless. But don't worry, legal action is not your only option. There are informal steps you can take to seek justice while avoiding the legal route. In this summary, we'll take a look at 8 steps you can follow to confront the bully and get the justice you deserve. First, seek the support of your family and friends. Do not wait for months before opening up to them. The more you share your problems, the lighter the burden you carry. You don't need them to solve the problem, you just want them to listen to your stories with empathy and remind you of the days when you felt skilled and competent. Second, visit an outside physician or therapist. Do not ignore the physical and emotional cues that a bully is affecting your health. Establish a record of the damage that stress has caused you. Realize that company-employed doctors and therapists are working for them, not you. Third, collect witness statements. You don't want a confrontation to come down to your word against the bullies. Ask anyone who has witnessed you being bullied to prepare a simple written statement. Fourth, confront the bully. This might not be easy, but it can be effective. The easiest way to do this is with a group. A display of solidarity deprives the bully of several handy weapons, including lies, secrecy, and fear. Fifth, file the internal complaint. To make your employer accountable for a bully's actions, you need to file an internal complaint. Minimal filing is suggested. Offer only dates, times, and an objective account of the bully's actions. This will satisfy the requirement of filing without giving additional ammunition to the bully. Sixth, prepare your case. Search for concrete examples of how the bully violated a company rule or policy. Look for support near the top of your organization. Revise your documentation of bullying actions. Depersonalize your description so the focus is on what happened, not how it made you feel. Then, find ways to show how the bully's actions negatively affect the company's bottom line. Seventh, hold a Rule of Two meeting. When you have prepared your case, identify the most effective person to hear your side of the story. Follow the Rule of Two. Don't bother filing an internal case to anyone who is not 2 or more management levels higher than the bully. Finally, if all of the above steps do not produce results or if management refuses to meet with you, you can take your case public. An appeal to customers will only work if they are more loyal to you than to the market price for your product or service. Once internal channels have failed, you can also take your case to the board of directors. If all else fails, go to the media, or go to court. In conclusion, take heart. There are ways to seek justice without resorting to legal action. Seek support from family and friends, see a medical practitioner, collect witness statements, confront the bully, file an internal complaint, prepare your case, hold a Rule of Two meeting, and take your case public if necessary. The 6 stages of bullying. Bullying follows a predictable pattern that targets must be aware of to effectively combat its negative effects on their mental health. The first stage is victimhood, where the target feels the immediate pain of harassment. The second stage is power surge, where the target discovers systems in place to deal with complaints. The third stage is vulnerability, where the employer counterattacks, and the fourth stage is isolation and abandonment, where supporters seem to have vanished. The fifth stage is anger, which can be dangerous if self-doubt is fed. Finally, the sixth stage is resolution, where targets must move on and let their resentment fade. Bully busting is for targets to reclaim dignity and self-respect, but only when they are psychologically stable. Staying psychologically stable requires targets to be aware of their emotions and understand how their moods cycle.
In this book's summary, readers are guided through a deep understanding of the various types of bullies that may be encountered at work, and how to effectively deal with them for a healthier work environment. Furthermore, the summary offers practical advice on how to confront bullies using different approaches, emphasizing the importance of building a support network and maintaining a healthy mental state throughout the process. By taking these actionable steps outlined by Gary Namie, readers are empowered to regain their dignity and self-respect, all while fostering a more positive work atmosphere free from hostility.